that. Then I got to come over here to Facebook because Facebook's stupid.
Oh, Meta?
Yeah. We are live.
Your nails getting in the way?
Welcome everybody to Tales from the Lounge. What are you smoking? I'm Ron.
I'm Rhonda.
And this is our buddy Evan as our guest tonight. And we're going to learn a lot more about you. And we're going to talk about a whole bunch of cool stuff. And I'm going to share this out to about 50 different groups.
Okay.
And maybe we'll get 5 people watching.
So I'll be famous after this, is what you're saying.
No,
to those 5 people.
Yeah. So.
We're semi-famous.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm flattered.
So we'll be right back after the intro. And we are back already. All right, so I'm going to have to abdicate part of my duties to Rhonda over here to kind of get things started. And
really? You want me to do it?
Well, yeah, because, I got to share it out to everybody, and, that takes some time and all that other neat stuff. So, first off, and I say I'm going to give it to you, but let's kick off with telling us a little bit about what you do, Evan.
See?
And how did we meet?
He tells you to start it off, and then he just doesn't anyway. He takes the wheel right back.
Right back. So what the hell, man? I mean, anyway.
Bro, you do your thing.
You do your thing.
Yeah, you do
my thing.
Again, so Evan,
yes.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. How you got started. Mm-hmm. What was your first cigar that you smoked?
Well, save all that for later. We wanted to first know, how did you wind up at ICC?
So, I'll answer your question.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, I'm a cigar newbie.
Okay.
I am new with bourbon, whiskeys, but I'm 31 now, and I'm like feeling like an adult, So I'm like, I've always smoked cigars, like every now and then with friends, but it was like, I'm gonna embarrass myself.
That's
but
okay. We've all done it.
My first thing was like strawberry Swisher Sweets.
Oh, good God!
It was. I thought I was so cool.
We'll bleep that out for you later.
I thought I was like, I thought I was being a rebel, like 17 years old, back patio with my friends.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, this is intense, But then I got into like not necessarily better cigars, but like Charter Oak by Foundation was the first cigar when I'm like, okay, this is much better than the Swisher Sweet. And then the first time I met Brandon Frakes, he gave me the Zulu, that was like
amazing.
What
Right?
I was like, this has to be a $30 stick. Like, and he was like, no, like this is the price point on it. And that's when, in the last month, I have just smoked a variety of different things and really gotten into it.
Yeah, he gave me my first Zulu too.
Yeah, it's good. So, yeah, that's kind of how I got started smoking cigars, but still discovering my palate and what I like. So, yeah, I'm still in that phase where I'm smoking a bunch of different things, and the Gran Habano is a good smoke.
Oh, that's a really good
I
smoke.
like that.
That's a really good smoke.
Gotten kind of spoiled trying the Atabes and Byrons. So
yeah, I was wondering when that was going to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pop spoiled me, so I'm spoiled.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's a treat.
Yeah.
But yeah,
definitely.
That was.
Yeah, you're ruined once you have the Atabes and Byrons.
I'm ruined for sure.
Yeah, you are. You definitely are.
Mm-hmm. So, I got my stuff done here. I can jump back in. All right, Larry. Hi, Larry.
Hi, Larry.
Larry is one of our biggest fans.
Okay.
If not the biggest fan.
Right. We love Larry.
And
there you go.
Lavonda is on. Good to see you. And we've got a whole 7 people watching right now.
Whoa.
Woohoo! At least on Facebook. Who knows who's watching on Rumble or YouTube?
That'd be 7 more people than I have. So.
But and we were talking about this earlier. I've been doing the shows fairly consistently for a couple of years now, and I've got like 1,000 followers. I'm like,
that's
suckers.
The biggest thing coming from a marketing social media background is consistency. If you could just keep up with it, which you have been, doing it weekly, the following is naturally going to come.
Right.
So it's all about consistency, and I think that's about anything you do in life, if you want to, lose weight or, make a better income, like it's just
Are you saying I need to lose weight?
No, I do. That's where I'm at right now.
Can you cut it there, please?
There you go. No, it's just all about consistency. So
Now, let's talk about what we're smoking here. And I'm only going to tell part of this story because the other part of the story I'll tell you off camera.
okay.
But
Yeah, because we don't want you to get long-winded either. Come on now, just do half of it.
we are smoking tonight, and I did this because Darren's going to be here on Friday. The Time to Burn by Principal Cigar.
Covering.
There we go, covering you. Here, let me cover me.
He just
And
wants you to be
I'm an especially
But everything like if he can cover
We're
me, he'll do
just
it
messing
too.
I'm especially proud of those because these are the Time to Burns, and I actually came up with the name for these at an event that Darren was at.
That's cool.
But I got this box as a birthday present, and the person who gave them to me said, they're good, but they're really not what I expected, and I kind of have figured they needed to sit a little while. And they've been sitting in my locker for almost 2 months now.
Okay.
And so they should be well rested.
It's pretty tasty.
Is it
rested.
pretty
Yeah,
tasty?
it's really
I haven't.
Nice and smooth.
I have not had one at all, and I've just kind of been waiting.
Well, in anticipation of the event Friday with Darren, I actually smoked my first Principal a week ago.
Oh,
the Cochon
okay.
Volant.
Oh, you went big then.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah, I did. I'm not afraid to go all in.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good,
So
good.
no, it is a fantastic stick,
Yes.
and I did the same thing when Pablo was here too. I
Yeah.
smoked all the Patoros, but man, Darren,
And what did you think of the XO?
I liked it. The Terra Blanche was my favorite Patoro, but yeah, Patoros. I think they were all good.
Yeah, they're all phenomenal. You
Yeah.
know, and that's the cool thing about ICC and their humidor is they've got a lot of major league, and I say they're major league
Yeah.
cigar company owners who produce good sticks to the point that there's nothing they've made that I don't like.
Right.
You know, it may not be my favorite,
Sure.
especially compared to some of their other stuff, but you know, I'll take a white label Accomplice all day long. Not a big deal. Same thing with the Patoro orange line or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't have to have the XO. I don't always have to have the Cochon, and I definitely don't always have to have the Cochon Volant night flights, which you know,
I haven't had that.
and you'll be
Oh,
hard
yeah,
pressed
yeah,
to get one.
Yeah. Very hard.
But you know, between them, Patoro, Crux, and you know some of the other ones in there, you can't go wrong.
You really
Yeah.
can't.
And it gives you enough variety that you can bounce around from blend to blend and vendor to vendor,
Right.
and never get bored.
Right.
Correct.
Especially since you like to try everything.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I really haven't had a cigar in that
That's
from
what
that
she said.
humidor.
Oh.
You gonna
You're
don't get cussed out on camera now, because you know I will light your ass up.
that'd make for a good show, though.
Yeah.
That might
I've
be-
been going pretty light on them lately because
Oh, you have?
yeah. Normally I'm
Isn't it?
firing them up like
But yeah, you're not going to get a bad stick from that humidor at ICC.
No,
You're
absolutely
really
not.
not.
unless you just desperately go out for the acids. I mean, no.
Yeah.
They don't even carry. Do they even have any acids? I've not ever
yeah.
seen. I guess see, I don't pay attention to that because I don't smoke them. You want to smoke something sweet? No, that's not me.
Who else have we got? Sean Rat's on here.
What's up, Sean?
Hey, Sean.
Walter. Cool.
And then
So-
what are we drinking?
We're drinking Eagle Rare tonight.
Okay.
Yes,
Eagle
indeed,
Rare
honey.
10. Cheers,
Cheers.
everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Oh, this is so good. I'm glad I waited.
It's really good.
It's even better with this Eagle Rare we're drinking.
I'm not going to argue with that.
Amen to that.
So, now that we've explored a little bit of your cigar history and everything,
Yeah.
what brought you to ICC?
So, where do I start? My background was in.
Well, we got like
An hour?
50 minutes, so
Okay.
you got plenty of time.
So my background was in the music entertainment industry. I toured all over the world with different artists, I managed a bunch of big name celebrities, and when COVID hit, the whole thing kind of derailed.
Yeah.
It came to a screeching halt.
Yeah.
And I kind of lost myself there for a bit. I felt like I had achieved more than I ever thought I could do in music, and I was fine closing that chapter of my life. And I was just looking for something that made people happy. I just wanted to, I really, it's important to me to bring happiness to other people, give back. And so one thing in music I always did was, you know, when a band had a new album or tour or anything they were promoting, I would be the one to market it, promote it.
Right. Okay.
And so I started a company out here in Dallas, and I initially approached ICC because I saw they had a social media position that was open. And I was just trying to get them on as one of my clients, potentially. Just to kind of run their social media. I know a lot of business owners don't want to mess with that. And that's kind of what I was doing, is I found bars, restaurants to run their social media. But when I met Brandon and then the rest of his family, it was like...
They sucked you in.
They
You
did.
immediately had to just be a part of the family.
Well, I did, and it was like that fire I had when I worked in music was back. It truly was back, and Brandon, you know, hired me on as an employee, and so now I'm helping him. You know, I'm helping Begley on the event side. I'm helping, you know, Biz with production, Brandon with marketing, and it's kind of just getting my toes wet and everything.
Right.
Very cool, very cool.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we're happy to have you, part
Thank
of the
you.
family.
Appreciate it.
It's my first time meeting you. I know if you met Ron before, but
Yeah.
it's very nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Finally, because I've heard some things about you too.
Oh gosh, hopefully
Very
good
nice,
things.
very nice things.
Good.
Obviously, yes.
Good. But yeah, I just could not be happier to be here, to meet people like yourself and Ron, and
Thank you.
I mean, Andrew over there is great, and just all the members
Well, you
here.
don't have to lie to us about Andrew. Everybody knows about Andrew.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Look at here. You better leave Andrew alone.
Oh,
I'm not
love
getting ready to
Andrew.
play, I'm not getting ready to play with you tonight.
I love
you better leave
Andrew.
Andrew alone.
I love Andrew
But the whole-
with all my heart.
the whole
and
family-
we pick on each other all the time.
The whole family, and even when I say family, even the family, like the members, the people that
Right.
walk in, it's just, and I was telling Ron this before the show, the reason why I love your name, Tales from the Lounge, this cigar's great. You know, I'll smoke cigars on my back patio by myself. I read a lot of books, so I'll read a book, smoke a cigar.
Right.
But the conversations you have in the lounge, hearing people's stories, their goals, their career paths, the, you know, business talks. I mean, it's like you can't put a price. You can't replicate it anywhere else. You really can't. So I think the name just is so fitting to what this whole culture is about, especially in this lounge.
Okay,
That's
I'm
all
going to pause
wrong.
for just a second. I'm a hair out of focus and it's driving me nuts.
Oh no.
Okay.
I need
Well.
Rhonda to look as beautiful as possible.
Well, that's every day, all day. You know.
If she's a little fuzzy, I just...
I don't know how you got me fuzzy.
There we go. That should be crystal clear.
Oh, it's crystal. It looks real good.
It's crystal clear. Like he's hogging the thing to himself, so I normally can see myself,
No, he
but I
looks,
can't.
He looks good. Look at him.
Oh, he doesn't look good.
Oh,
I'm talking about me.
Oh, you guys both look good. Yeah.
And you as well, Evan. We're not going to leave you
thank
out.
you.
I mean, come on now.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. Oh, should we have a guest pop in?
Are you ready to jump in here?
Birthday boy?
Come on around here.
Come on,
Yeah.
birthday boy. Come on.
We
around
want to
here.
wish one of the other new employees at ICC, Joseph, is having a birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's celebrating tonight, and I am so glad they talked you into doing that back in the conference room.
Yeah.
That's where you needed to be, and I told
Yeah.
you that last night.
That's true. That's true.
Deserves nothing but the best.
He does.
Well, more than that, I was just expecting a handful more people that had to cancel last minute. So,
Yeah.
you know, we just happened to be able to fit back then.
There you go.
Otherwise, yeah, it's a good space.
So, how long have you been working here? 2-3 months?
Right around 2 months, yeah.
Right around 2 months? And
Yeah.
what was one of the very first things I said to you? Do you remember?
Uh-oh.
I think the first thing that you said to me, other than hi, was you were incredibly excited to tell me how envious you were of my hair.
I told him,
Yeah.
I
There you
said,
go.
just so that we understand each other, I hate you.
Yes, that's what it was. I hate you. Yes, that's what it was.
Well, damn, Ron.
So does that still stay? Is that true to this day?
Oh, I absolutely.
You're envious of the hair.
I'm always envious of
He's
the hair.
just jealous
you know?
because he don't have no hair. He bald.
And,
And ain't gonna get no hair.
Yeah.
And I joked
He'll be
with him
bald
that
forever.
if I had to wear it like that, I would still take it.
Sure.
You know, I don't care.
I could see it with a big
I would,
afro.
I would love to have a big.
Would have
fro,
worked
man.
properly
Yeah.
in the late
I'll bring
70s,
them
early
along.
80s.
Yeah.
Would have been
Do it.
perfect.
You should.
I would. But yeah, I may have to get me a wig and come in.
Why? Now you're just more aerodynamic.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm not moving that fast anymore. Wind
Run is
resistance
low.
isn't an issue.
There, you know what? You got to take them where you can.
That's it. So, how are you enjoying ICC so far?
You know, it's been one of the coolest experiences that I've had in a long time. I've been able to, both on a personal level and on a professional level, kind of chase a couple of passions that I've had. And this one, I feel like I fit in better than I have anywhere else.
Oh, well, that's good.
Like I enjoy what I'm doing. I enjoy the people I'm doing it with,
Yeah.
and I'm enjoying the people that I do it for.
And the product you're selling too.
Oh, absolutely!
Yeah.
No, the product is amazing,
Yeah.
and it's on a different level of product than I could have expected to have seen. Especially considering my history before coming here. You know, like
And we've got to get you on the show for a full show so
Sure.
that you can tell that story too.
absolutely, let's do it.
So, how are you enjoying the back there? What are y'all doing?
We're just hanging
Got it.
around. We're waiting on some food at the moment.
Y'all aren't playing spin the bottle or Twister? Or,
Okay.
No. You know what? I might be young, but I'm not that young.
Okay.
I'm past the 7 minutes in heaven
Monopoly.
and all of the.
Ron just wishes that he could be
Candyland.
back there doing it.
I know.
Candy-
Yeah.
little candy
Hey,
land.
invite only. Invite only.
It'd be
Operation,
cards,
maybe?
It'd be Cards Against Humanity, if anything.
Oh,
Oh, there
I
you
love
go.
that
Okay.
game.
That's
Just so
fun.
we
Yeah.
can get real
That's fun.
offensive
That's
real
good.
quick.
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
game.
Real offensive real quick. That's my style.
That's funny.
Heck yeah. Well, I'll let y'all return to it.
And if
Go
you
say
haven't
hi
seen
to my
Joseph,
fiancée.
come see him.
Yes, come see him. Give him a hard time.
Love you, brother.
Love you too, bro.
Appreciate you.
This is how much I hate him.
Have a good birthday, man.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Yep.
Remember, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Most of those times I'll be here.
All right.
There you go.
Okay. Bye. And happy birthday, love.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I picked on him yesterday.
All right,
I said,
y'all
you're gonna be
Don't let him pick
21,
on
right?
you anymore.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'll try.
Now, if you have a problem with him,
Yeah.
just call me.
I'll just-
I got you. Yeah.
I'll give the crystal ball a rub.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
call
And then
you
she'll
back.
just
Exactly.
pop up.
Exactly. And I'll take care of that for you.
Oh man. I might need one of those crystal balls too, in case he.
Oh, I got
He's
you.
talking
boo.
about rubbing my head.
Oh.
Rubbing the crystal ball.
It sends a frequency out to me and it says, "Okay, Ron's messing with somebody. You
Yeah.
gotta get him." Okay.
There you go.
So, you said you knew into the whiskey and the
And
cigars.
cigars.
What are you enjoying about the whiskey so far? What have you tried that you really liked, and what are you looking forward to playing with?
So my buddy Tim
Yep.
showed me 4 Roses small batch.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Whoa.
yeah, that was a really smooth whiskey. That was good. I just think, coming from an entertainment background,
Yeah.
music, you know, the one thing about cigars is like, I'll sidetrack for a second.
Go ahead,
But
go ahead.
a funny story was, you know, when my buddies and I would smoke cigars when I didn't know anything about it,
Right.
and I still don't, is you would like stomp the cigar out, right? Like you'd shove it in and get it stop being lit
Yeah.
or whatever. And so the first time I had a meeting with Brandon, I was getting to the end of my cigar and I stomped it out, and he's like, no, like, hey, like,
Only imagine.
like, yeah. He goes, and he was so nice about it.
Right.
But he's like,
That's Brandon, though. He's
he
not
was like, oh no, like, don't stomp it out, you know. And he explained the history behind cigars
Yes.
to me, and it like, this right here is truly just like, it's art in its own way. I mean,
Yes.
when you think about the history of where it came from, when I talked to Pablo from Pitoro,
Yep.
the amount of time.
the time and the soil and the different flavors, the way these people, these owners, you know, want to create their art, I'll call it, is just fascinating. And same with, you know, the bourbons and whiskeys. When the aged barrels and all that stuff. Like, I'm finding myself so passionate about learning more and more about this new art form that I'm just discovering.
Well, see, and that's the same thing I was when I started the Tales from the Lounge. I told you that story earlier.
Yep.
About the ex-wife and everything. But, I didn't know anything. I didn't smoke at all till about 7 years ago.
Right.
And I'd had a bad day, and I actually started smoking a pipe first.
What made you do that?
I'd always wanted to smoke a pipe because I love the smell of the pipe tobacco.
Yep.
And I'm a collector, and I thought it would be cool to collect the pipes.
Right.
Some of them are just ornate and beautiful.
Yeah. Oh,
And so I
absolutely.
went and bought my first pipe and my first tobacco, and then sat in a little bitty lounge, which was probably only as big as that very front section up there.
Yep.
But it was late on a Friday night, and I bought everything, and I'm sitting back there, and we're watching something on the TV. I don't remember what we were watching. And one guy goes, "Hey man, you want something to drink? You want some bourbon?" I said, "Yeah." So I had a little bourbon. We got to chatting. The next thing you know, we're all just kicked back, talking and having a good time. And I'm like, this is the environment I need to be in.
That's it.
This is the culture that I need to be in. And then did that for about 6 months, and then I smoked my first cigar. I was like, God, this is so much easier than dealing with a pipe.
Yeah.
And so, and I still smoke a pipe every once in a while, but mostly it's nothing but cigars.
Yeah.
But and I kind of joke about this. Probably the first 6 months of me smoking a cigar, I was cutting the
whole
caps.
head off? Or
Yeah, I was cutting the whole cap off, and I couldn't figure out why it was unraveling and stuff like that. And somebody said, aren't you cutting that a little deep? I said, I don't know, man. But then I wound up in here by accident a couple of weeks after they had opened, and just fell in love with the place.
Well,
and they have educated me so much.
Yep.
And I have learned so much just being here alone.
Well, you can't
It's
help but
crazy.
to learn something
Oh.
when you come in here.
Right.
No matter what it is, you can sit out here in the lounge and just have a conversation with somebody about whatever it is, and you learn
And it doesn't
something
have to be
different.
cigars. I mean, you can learn stuff about everything.
Everything.
I mean,
And if you don't learn something about anything, like you said, you're doing something wrong.
Completely. Completely.
Because you come here for that, the atmosphere.
That-
The
Yeah.
atmosphere,
The
the
conversation.
fellowship, the fellowship
The
that you
community.
get here.
Yep.
I mean, and everybody is so nice when you walk in.
Absolutely.
And then if you're new
Yep.
to the lounge,
Yep.
they give you a tour of the lounge.
Always.
It's like, I mean, you can't help but not to love this place and want to
Absolutely.
keep coming back to this place.
And the other thing with that too is they're so receptive to teaching you about cigars.
Right.
Like when I stomped my cigar out, I didn't feel embarrassed. I mean, I was like, oh, okay. Like Brandon calmly explained, like this is why we let it just die out.
Mm-hmm.
They taught me to light a cigar where you kind of
toast that, yep.
toast
Toast
it.
it, yep.
And so it's like there's.
and I didn't learn any of that till I got here.
Yeah, and
You
they're
know?
so willing to teach you. They don't make you feel stupid or uneducated. It's like this is what it's all about.
Right, and if you're going to smoke, they want you to be able to smoke the correct way
Exactly.
and know what you're doing.
Well, and also
Yep.
and to enjoy
and
yourself.
to enjoy
Yeah.
it and to
Yep.
enjoy it. So if you're just stomping the cigar out,
Yeah.
like you're, it's almost you didn't know because that's
No.
just he's just politely telling you this is the way that you do it.
Yep. And this is why.
And this is why.
There's a reason behind it.
Yes.
Yep. So it's just I just have I could be having a bad day, which I typically don't. I typically stay in a positive mindset. But you walk.
And that's another reason why we get along well.
That is, yeah,
That is.
definitely. But you walk in the store, and it's like, I mean, you can't help but just have a smile on your face. You're going to see somebody you know. I mean, the second time I came in here, I already knew a couple people.
Yep.
And now I've been here a month, and I don't know everybody, far from
Right.
it. But
you know a
I've
lot
I've got
of
my
people.
group,
Yep.
Speaking of that,
There he is. Yep.
Answer it. Answer it.
Hello. Yeah, I'm on Tales from the Lounge right now.
Why aren't you watching, bastard?
that's right. That's right. You leave Brandon alone. Obviously, he has something important to talk about.
Okay, sounds. She said, "What's up, Queen?" Or he said, "What's up, Queen?"
Hi, baby.
All right. Well, All right, thanks, man.
Love you, man.
That's our boy. We love us some Brandon.
That was Brandon. His ears were burning.
Yeah. I love me some Brandon.
Right. Yep.
Forget about Ron. I love me some Brandon.
I'm getting famous right now. Sorry, dude. Whatever you need can wait. I'm just kidding. No, he is. We've only known each other about a month right now. Again, very new to cigars, very new to ICC, but I feel like I've found an extended family.
You have.
Yeah.
You definitely have.
Right.
Yeah, you have.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's for life, honey. So
Yeah.
don't even think you're going anywhere now.
It was funny.
So
I
you're in it for life now. So I just need you to understand that.
so another funny story. Just again, I'll embarrass myself.
No, you don't.
I had
We do
these.
this-
Ron has plenty of
okay.
embarrassing
Oh, yeah, we do
stories.
that all the time.
He
So-
does that all the time because I don't have any embarrassing stories.
Yeah, you're
hey.
Miss Perfect.
Right? I try
Yeah.
to be.
So I got these like these old testing committee cigars.
First Friday. Don't tip me.
Oh,
Don't tip me.
Well, we can get to that in a second.
Well, yeah.
we'll get that too.
I had these like testing committee cigars that weren't used when ICC was curating their
Yep,
humidor.
yep.
Yeah.
And so, and again, I don't know a lot about cigars. I don't really know what I'm smoking, you know? And I brought out, this was just yesterday, a factory stick. And Adrian was like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, I don't know. It was just some like random brand, like, I don't know. It was like a $2 cigar, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And he walks up to Pops and he goes, look what he's smoking in the lounge right now. And Pops goes, man, I thought you were going to be a long-time employee with us.
Let me tell you,
yeah.
those factory sticks you give to your friends that,
Oh, I know, that you don't
give-
like.
that you don't like,
Yeah,
and you don't want them
exactly.
smoking up your good shit.
Exactly.
And
Well,
they're not really smokers.
So again, lesson learned. I learned something new that day. Every day you got to learn
There's
something new.
something
Yeah. So
You might as well be smoking a Gurkha.
I know.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
No, I learned that lesson real quick.
Yeah,
It was like,
I bet
hey,
you did.
I did. Yeah, I don't even know where that thing is right now. I think I tossed it
Come
out.
on over here a minute.
They need to go away. If you
Yeah.
got
Come on,
any,
baby.
It's
just give
gone.
them to your friends.
Right.
Just
Hey,
give them to your friends that really don't smoke,
smoke that.
and just give them to your friends.
Yeah. Who we got here
Don't
now?
embarrass her.
I'm not. I love her. I
So,
don't know
so
what the
you
big deal
brought
is.
up first Friday.
Yes.
So I'd like to hear about that. What's going on with that?
I'm
So
not,
First
I'm not,
Fridays are always fun.
I'm not going to tell the story on camera because
First Fridays
Okay.
are always fun.
Yeah, it's always a good time.
Well,
Always a good time.
yeah.
We did trivia night that night.
Okay.
Okay, we had trivia night that night.
I think I was there.
My daughter and I didn't. Oh, you were there at trivia night?
That was this last time, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, you missed all.
Well, then you
were
missed
you
all.
hanging out in the back?
No, I was doing some social media stuff. I was working.
Okay.
So-
Well, I'm surprised you didn't get the video yourself.
No, I don't want to be on camera.
No, I'm
No.
talking about it.
Oh, for yeah. Yeah.
Let's just put it this way: there is some incriminating video out there, and I haven't gotten it from her daughter yet, but I'm sure I will be able to next time I see her.
Oh, she will not give that up, honey. I have all the videos, and she will not give that up. Well,
This is,
she knows what time it is. She's not gonna do that.
I just want it for my own personal use.
No.
Join the Tales from the Lounge locals. So to see it up there, subscribe. Link below. We'll upload
You
it
might
for the
get
That's
a
locals.
show.
where the spicy stuff will be.
The
Right?
local community, yeah, exactly.
What's
the,
Rhonda
the
in
uncut
action?
stuff.
Let's just put it this way:
Yeah,
Rhonda had way too much tequila,
it happens.
but she didn't have so much that her clothes didn't come off. At least not here. Now, but
Okay. So again, join
it
locals.
was kind of wild. Josh was a little wild out there too.
We all had a good time.
We all
Let's
had a
just
good,
say.
good
That was a great night.
It was a great
And
night.
so this first Friday,
Yeah.
we
Bingo.
are doing bingo.
I know,
I
I'm
cannot
excited.
wait to do
I'll be
bingo.
there.
I love bingo.
I'll be there. It'll be
Love
fun.
bingo.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
It's gonna
For
be
sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You need to stay after bingo too.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
Busy will be,
DJing, doing his thing.
doing his thing.
Oh,
and
that
then,
guy's awesome. Love him.
And then that's when the show begins.
That's when the real party starts.
That's yeah.
That's cool.
Oh my gosh.
So have you tried any scotches yet?
Hey Josh. Hold that thought for 1 second. We gotta give a big shout out to Josh because it was his birthday this week.
Josh Sims, yep.
Yes, and he had a little oopsie on his
Oh.
finger.
That poor guy.
Yes.
So I don't know
Man.
what the doctor said. I know he went today.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's not Baroque.
It was
no,
definitely
it was,
broke.
It was definitely
Oh.
broke.
You want to see a picture?
Oh, I seen the picture.
Okay,
that he posted.
okay.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Poor
There you
thing.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him last night, and he had the brace on his finger. I said, "What'd you?" I said, "What'd you do?" And let me guess, it was one of the kids, right? And he goes, "Yeah."
Yep.
And I said, "Oh man."
Yeah.
I knew what that was.
Yeah.
And then he showed me the picture. I was like, "Oh my God."
That stuff
And
makes
I
me
can't watch,
cringe.
I can't watch stuff like that and can't see stuff because I don't want to say I get sympathy pains, but I get sympathy cringe. You know, you see those people breaking their legs and stuff and stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't do that.
That's why I can never show you the X-rays of my ankle.
Oh no, X-rays would be okay. I think it's the seeing the outer shell all bent up.
Oh yeah, you can't see none of that.
I can't see that.
Like you can't see none of that.
Well, so
I'll show you.
And years ago when I had cable, I'd be flipping through channels and you'd run across that channel that does live operations or video operations.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Oh no,
I do
no,
too.
no,
You like
I like that a lot.
Do you?
I
like that, but I cannot do Dr. Pimple Popper.
What?
I can't.
I
Oh my
love
God,
it.
no.
I love
No,
Dr. Pimple
I
Popper.
hate no.
It's coming out with a new season too. It's coming out.
Well,
It's coming out.
You have fun with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I
No,
love it. What?
But you know, I said like after COVID and I was done with music, I was trying to find myself and what I wanted to do. So I
So
actually
you were popping pimples?
No. I was working for an orthopedic surgeon.
Yeah. So
as a physical therapy technician, I'm big into working out and I got to lose some weight, but I was in really good shape at the time, and so I was helping patients with their exercises recover post-surgery. And so the doctor and I built up a good relationship, and he would take me into the OR with him to get footage for his social media.
Right.
Oh, it was the coolest.
Oh,
Can I cuss on here?
was.
Yeah.
It was the coolest shit ever. Like just seeing him like with the scalpel like go down. He fixed a broken clavicle, and I got like I
bet that was so cool.
As the kids say,
just to watch.
it was so cool. As the kids say, it was lit.
It was lit.
It was lit. It was
lit.
off the chain. That's how the young kids talk now.
Yeah.
Take notes.
Well, you know, I think they've moved on to something else too
Yeah.
by now, but you know, who knows?
Yeah. So for a brief period of time, I was like, well, maybe I want to be a PA and like work in the operating room, but I can't do it. Like, I have a creative mind, and
Bring your ass up here, Sean.
I just can't like. I can't stay in a lane that's this narrow because
Yeah.
in medicine, obviously, and rightfully so, there's no wiggle room to.
Right.
I need to like think bigger and
You need to
do,
be in
yeah,
all the lanes. Yeah,
and
I
again,
get it.
like the reason Brandon and I get along so well is we have these ideas, and we said the first day we met, like, well, maybe some ideas will fall flat on our face, but hey, at least we tried. We'll learn from those mistakes, and we'll keep on trucking along.
That's right.
Well, you know,
So-
I don't know if you're familiar with these guys or not, but Think Media on YouTube with Sean
I've
Cannell.
heard, yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, and that's one thing that he stresses in his program is put out something, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Consistency.
Consistency.
That's it.
And just try to improve on stuff as you go.
That's it.
And that type of thing. So
You've got to make yourself better. Strive to be better. If you make a mistake, it's all good.
It's okay.
Don't make the same mistake twice, though.
No.
You know, learn from those
You
mistakes.
have to learn, yeah. And you're not going to learn if you don't make the mistake.
Exactly.
And really, if you don't try.
That's it.
yeah.
That's it. And we're all human. We're all going to make those mistakes.
Absolutely.
Like, it's just, you're never going to be perfect with everything.
Ron
you
makes a
do.
mistake every day.
Oh, every other day.
No, every day.
No, every day.
Every day.
Every day. I wake up and go, damn it. And then I just go about the rest of my day.
I can just see that. Ron waking up just, damn it.
Now, that's not a mistake. You waking up is not a mistake.
No.
We're glad that you woke up today.
You're one of those people, Ron, in the last month that I've met, and I feel like I've known you for a year now. Like, it's just this past month has flown by here, and you are just welcoming. You can talk to people about anything and everything. You've
And
really
that-
got a
and that
gift
he
with
does.
that. Yeah, you've really got a good gift. You're a good one.
Ron's a good dude. Sometimes.
I was having a sweet moment with Ron.
I know. I always got to fuck it up.
That's all women do is they fuck shit up.
Hey, that's why we leave
That's
you
why I'm
and we
divorced.
leave you to
Oh,
fix that
God.
shit and take your damn money.
I'm single, so if there's any single ladies watching,
That's right.
yeah.
Actually, Evan and I are going to go on a road show, and we're going to be hooking up with any girls that we can. So if you're available, let us know.
I'm in it for the long term. I don't care about the hooking up part.
Oh, no. I've been married twice. I'm not doing that again.
In
fact, I've told this joke to almost everybody, but I have determined at my age that hookers are cheaper. And
no,
and,
not into that.
And if you see me walk through that door with a hot girl on my arm, you bet whoever you can find $100 that I paid for, because you'll win.
All right, there you have it.
Hi, Chris. Chris is on.
Hey, Chris.
How you doing, Chris? Sorry I couldn't come get you yesterday.
Oh, he's back?
Yep, he's back in town.
Oh, well, why do you have your butt up here?
He may be in the back.
Isn't it wind down Wednesday?
No.
So where do we go from hookers?
You know,
Hookers?
Yeah.
You know, you can almost go anywhere after hookers.
Really?
Sure.
You sure? Because you seem to be stuck on wanting to have a hooker. So I don't know if you can go anywhere after a hooker.
Well, who knows? So anyway,
Yeah.
back on to cigars and bourbons and life stories. What's the most interesting thing you've done so far at ICC?
Honestly, if you're not coming to the event this Friday, you are missing out. I'm not going to give anything away, but Begley and Brandon have been working their asses off to make this, I'm like literally probably the biggest event they'll have this year. If you're not going to be there, you have got, their RSVPs might be full, but it is going to be phenomenal.
Well,
like,
I know it is.
the
And,
attention to detail that these people, that this family puts in, is like unlike anything I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
Right.
Begley, and Begley goes all out. And,
Wait till you see her on Friday.
and,
Like,
you know,
holy
and
shit.
I'll never forget. I guess it was maybe 2 Halloweens ago. She brought in a big sushi table, and the sushi was in the shape
Seems
of
a little
skeleton.
fishy. Just kidding.
It was fishy, but it was in the shape of a skeleton.
Yeah.
And so you were pulling body parts off
Yeah.
as you were eating the
It was like
sushi.
sushi operation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so I've heard about Halloween. I was not there, unfortunately. This event will be comparable, I've heard, to the Halloween party.
Yeah.
Well,
It-
Every event up here
Yeah.
is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
it's so much fun.
Oh, he wants some more?
Oh, you want me to pour you some more?
He's just covering my face again.
Okay, so, so you need me for something, huh? What am I just here for, to pour shit for you?
No, you're my co-host. You're my partner.
Really?
Partner in crime.
That's right.
Partner in crime. Well, okay.
There you go.
You're not
But-
a hooker, but I've spent more time with you in the last month than
That
any other
you
woman.
have.
Any other woman.
That's right, and I'm not a hooker.
You're not a hooker.
No. He couldn't afford you.
Not at all. Shit. Ain't nothing cheap about this.
No,
This is
not
high
at all.
maintenance right here.
That's right. No, but it's just, that is the most exciting thing I've been a part of, because what they've got going on next door is truly an experience that
I know. I
we'll
cannot
take.
wait.
You know, we talk about, Brandon and Pops talked about this on Cigar Talk Live yesterday, success.
Yep.
And I was talking to Todd, who was on the show, previous to him being on, and we talked about the different tiers and levels of success. And Todd goes, well, the Frakes family, they've succeeded. And I'm like, yeah, to an extent, but they're thinking about the next thing.
Right.
And this next chapter of the career in the business is going to just be phenomenal, and I'm so thankful to be even a small part of that journey with them.
And we are thankful to even be members of this and be able to experience
It's-
this with them.
And I don't get asked very much anymore because, but in the early days, I used to come and help out, set up, break down, and
You still do, right? With the podcast?
Oh, well, yeah, but I'm talking about with the events as well.
Oh, okay.
I would come in early and help set up tables and chairs, and then and if the event didn't stay running too late, I'd help break down. And so when they first started doing Saturday at the shop, I would show up about 8:30, and we would wipe everything down on it, and mop, wipe all the seats down, all the tables, wipe the legs down, and the whole 9 yards. And somebody made a comment, why do they, Ron does that, and he's not an employee. I said, this is my house, man. I got to make sure my house is clean. I want to represent.
That's amazing.
Because it's a home away from home. And if you're living in a little 2-bedroom apartment, this is your main home.
Yeah. I just have to say, and I'm going to have another sweet moment with Ron.
Go ahead, have your moment.
I know.
Just go and have your
But you bust your ass every Tuesday with Wayne, setting up the podcast. And I just, that's what I've seen you do since being here. And you're such a hard worker. You're dedicated. And again, you're not an employee. You're passionate about what's going on here.
Well, and that, and it's friends helping friends.
Yeah.
And helping family members.
So I've talked about this a lot. I read a lot of books, and I read this book recently called The Go-Giver. And if you haven't read it yet and you read books, I highly recommend it. But it talks about your value, and one of the things it says is your value is determined by how many people you influence. And that doesn't mean me talking you into something, whatever. But it means how many people you can reach and touch, right? And I think that as people there's a story of this teacher, and she had this new way of teaching kids, and it's working, the parents love it,
right.
But she's only reaching her 25 students in the classroom. So she got with an IT developer, and now they're reaching, hundreds of thousands of kids with the program, and eventually, the money flows in.
Right.
But she just cared about helping her students.
Right.
So it's hard to find those
to be
people.
honest,
You're one of those people, and I'm sure you are too, where we just want to touch people's lives and give them, a good experience, and that's really what it's all about here.
Well, and that's that was the main and that's been the main focus of the Tales from the Lounge shows is, we're not making any money off this, but we're having fun, we're enjoying it, and we're hoping that everybody who's watching it's having a good time, and has something to laugh about,
Hi, darling.
How you doing?
Good. How are you? Good to see you.
No, you're
Matter
good.
of fact,
You're good.
You are totally. Matter of fact, come on over here.
I got to get going. I'm leaving
Now, how you gonna pop him here and then leave?
Hey,
troublemaker.
She'll be here for
Where
First
you going?
Friday for your dance partner again.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
All right.
How you doing, Biggie?
You want to make an appearance real quick?
What's that?
You want to make an appearance?
Come say hi to everybody.
Appearance on what?
Tales from the Lounge.
Oh, hell no. You know that.
Elliot
Elliot's
said,
camera shy. That's because his parole officer's watching.
His smile would blind the viewers.
Where you playing pool at? Oh, that's right. They do have a pool.
Yeah,
a pool place.
we've been over the last couple of
Okay.
Got a couple people.
Oh, nice. I forgot that place next door does.
See,
pool.
people just walk by. You know everybody. It is.
I mean,
it's an extended family
It
here.
is.
Are you on the damn thing right now?
We're on the damn thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we're live. They heard every word you just said.
It's okay. You guys have fun and stay out of trouble.
How do I get one of these?
That's right.
I got one in the car for you.
Because April 7th is on.
I'll rep it.
April 7th.
That's until I run out.
April 7th
That's the
is
only
our
perk you
Friday.
get out of being on the show. You should get a T-shirt.
Oh, I'm down. I love free shit. Yeah.
Well, you're wearing a really cool T-shirt right there.
Yep.
I have that T-shirt at home myself.
I love it.
Oh, did you see? See? I won't have
You
nothing
know,
to do
we've
that
had
night.
some really cool people on the show.
Yeah.
J-Mon was on the show. That was probably our most watched show.
How many viewers?
I think we had like 15 that night,
That's cool.
but
Wanna make an
we were
appearance?
so drunk
She's like, no, I know you did.
because
Yeah.
J-Mon decided to make the show a drinking game.
Oh God.
And every
I wouldn't
time-
last.
Every time somebody said the word cigar, they had to drink. We had to drink.
Cigar.
I don't even know why you did that to him.
Oh, that was.
He did that to us, and then he brought about 3/4 of a bottle of Angel's Envy. We finished it. Then
No way.
we kicked into some
That's what
Lone
Sean's
Elm.
drinking tonight. Angel's Envy.
Then we kicked into some Lone Elm single barrel, which was like 140 proof.
Holy shit.
And we drank about that much of that. And
On the same show?
On the same show.
Oh,
and we
God.
were, and by the end of the hour and 15 minutes.
They was drunk as Scooter Brown.
Oh, I bet.
we were like, I love you, man. I love you, man.
You're a crazy.
Crying and hugging on each other.
Oh, I
It's
bet.
like the fools.
We were.
You're a crazy motherfucker, Ron.
Hey,
Jeez.
hey, listen. If you're gonna be a serious alcoholic, you gotta do it right, man. Come on. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
you might
doing
as well do it
anything
with
like
Ron.
that.
I'm easing into it, okay? I'm easing into
don't,
it.
yeah. Don't freaking
Well,
man.
thank you so much. I
But
appreciate
you know,
Slowly.
and it was summer, springtime. So when the
Yeah.
show was over, we went to I was living at the house at the time. Went to the backyard and sat out on the patio. And
You
everything.
continued on?
And yeah, we
Yeah,
just,
he continued.
Yeah. Oh,
we
God.
just continued, and I think he finally went home about 2:00 in the morning. We had to call him an Uber, and in
Jeez.
fact, his other half had to call him the Uber, and then when the Uber showed up, I went and answered the door. Said I'll be back with him in just a second. I get back, and he sprawled out in my backyard.
Oh,
He'd
God.
fallen out of the chair trying to get up.
Oh, no.
No, why you telling that man business?
You want to know a fun
No,
fact?
hey, listen, we had a great time.
I know y'all
We
had a great
time.
night that night.
And I admitted that I had actually cheated about 45 minutes, 30 minutes in. I wasn't taking full drinks. I was taking very, very small sips because I knew somebody had to be sober enough to break all the equipment down and make sure everybody got home okay.
That's right. So you want to know if I've been drunk? I can tell you the times I've been drunk on one hand. I'm 31, but in music, I spent most of my adult life touring all over the world. And you know, don't get me wrong, like I enjoy alcohol, like it's fun, but never been a big beer drinker.
Yep.
I've liked, you know, liquors, specifically whiskey, but like on tour, all we got on our rider was Jameson when I was in the band.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like what we asked for. But the thing is like one of the reasons I credit myself, not to toot my own horn, to getting as far as I did in music, is because it's hard to find people when you have open bars and not to mention like women and drugs readily available to you. The self-control and discipline it takes to, restrain yourself is immense. And so,
because it's right there at your fingertips.
but to me, it's like I'm getting paid to be in this country. I mean, I've been to Israel, Dubai, China, India, like you name it.
Yeah.
And I was there to do a job. Like I had fun. I have great stories from that moment, those moments. But like that self-discipline and the restraint is really what got me that far. So, yeah, I mean, and I also just don't enjoy being like blackout drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I enjoy a drink here and there, but like I enjoy the flavors of this,
Right.
like how it makes me feel, and I don't want to be like I want to remember this tomorrow.
Right,
You
and
know?
then now that you're smoking cigars, you can really
Yeah.
enjoy the both together, and then you start learning to pair what
and
you
the way
want
it
with-
complements each other. And you know, I've heard stories. I haven't met Luciano, but the way he blends things and get those palettes together, like, oh, that is so interesting.
Hi,
What
Dustin.
up?
What's up, dude?
How you doing,
There we
brother?
go.
What's up, baby?
How you doing?
Hi, baby.
See you.
How are you?
This is
How
the
are you, baby?
come on in
doing
and say
fantastic.
hi show.
I met Dustin on the
You tell
testing
them all.
committee.
Which was
Yes.
awesome. It was a lot of cigars. 30
That
was a lot of
cigars
cigars.
in one
I
night.
almost threw up that night from the nicotine.
It was quite a bit of nicotine.
Yeah.
Took a little bit of coffee to kind of break that up.
A little bit.
And smell. We had a little bit of chocolate from
Yep.
Yellow Belly Chocolate.
But thanks to you though, like you brought all that.
Yes. Just
So you did
thinking
you did
about it, and I didn't even know it was going to be 30 different
31,
31
in our
different
testing committee.
cigars
we were on
in
different
our
nights.
testing
Oh no,
group.
34.
No, yeah, it was
You're right.
that Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Oh yeah, that coffee was brilliant.
Yeah, that was smart.
And I tell you what, that hint of pepper, because it was in that pepper container, was just made the coffee phenomenal.
Yeah.
The smell, it really. I've got to try that again because, and Rhonda, what he did was he had a little container of ground coffee.
Yep.
But the container used to have pepper in it, so it still had the residue of pepper in it. And when he put it in there, and what we were doing was just passing around, sniffing it, kind of clear out our nasal cavity and everything, and
Cleanse the
and-
palate.
and,
Yeah.
and cleanse the palate. And that hint of pepper in that coffee just set it off in such a different way. It was just a phenomenal experience.
It was really great.
It
That was the
really
smartest thing. Yeah.
Again, some of the weird shit you can learn in a cigar lounge.
Yeah.
But and let's talk about that real quick since Justin's here. What was it? 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, we were part of the testing committee
Yep.
for
Us
new
three
cigar
were all on it
lounge.
together.
Yes.
Yep.
We were on the Wednesday session. There
On the
was
Wednesdays, they had a
one
Tuesday and a Wednesday session, and that was one of the interesting things that I'm sure almost nobody else is doing in the cigar lounge business and cigar selling business is they're getting committees of people who are regulars in their shops
Yep.
to come in and test the new cigars
Not
they
to
brought
mention
back from
Vegas,
Vegas.
the trade show, and not to mention it was newbies like myself, experienced smokers like you guys, and it was a mix of people to see how their palates, what they liked, what they didn't like, and it's really just a genius way of curating the humidor.
And there was probably a total of 20 people total in the testing committees
On both nights, yeah.
on both
Yeah.
nights.
Yep.
And then they kind of, because that's their kid. And I know we've talked about this before, but what they do with their humidor is, if there's not a vast majority who like it, they're not carrying it.
Yeah.
And that's why you don't see a lot of the big lines in here, because they're not carrying 30 facings that they require to carry their lines. They'll carry 3 or 4, sticks out of a line because they made the cut. The rest of them just don't. But those were phenomenal enough that they thought they should bring them in. And the fact that, and this is the second one I've been on, and I was also on one of the testing committees for the house stick.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
fantastic.
I was
Really good
one of
stick.
the ones that got to vote on the house stick. So
Wow.
another bit of little pride there.
Such a great smoke. Such
It
a good
is such a
cigar.
good cigar.
That's
It
really
is.
good.
Well, it's Darren Chaffee and Principal Cigar.
You
I mean,
can't
I
go.
mean,
You can't go wrong.
You
Yeah,
can't go wrong.
literally. Are you going to be at the event on Friday?
I am.
Good.
So I'm excited to kind of come out and help support ICC. See our brothers and sisters of the Leaf and just kind of have that camaraderie. I think that's what it's all about, for sure.
That's
And,
awesome.
and how long have you been coming here? You've been here as long
I've been
as I
here
have.
since the soft opening.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's-
yeah. So
it's
you were there.
been
You were here at
every
least
bit of,
a
5,
month before I
6
was.
years.
Yeah. Yep.
And it has been a wonderful experience being able to just have cigars here
Yeah.
that are boutique of
Yeah.
a great caliber that doesn't break the bank.
Yep.
But then, by trade, I was traveling a lot and being able to kind of talk about our experience here in
Yeah.
industrial to
Yeah.
other people
Yeah.
in different states,
Well, and
in
think
different
about
countries.
Yeah,
how the
that's it.
shop has changed over the last 6 years.
How has it
And
changed?
you know what?
Because I've only been here a month, so
the I don't want to say the fixtures. The humidor and the lockers and all of those are static build wise.
Right.
But all the seating has changed. The flow has changed. But
it's gotten better over time.
and it's gotten better over time.
Yeah.
And you shift your head that way just a little bit, Rhonda. If you look behind Rhonda, there's a whole bunch of artwork on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
And they do things to
Yeah.
promote the
Enhance the
culture
experience.
and
Yes.
enhance the experience,
Yep.
and promote the culture. And when COVID hit and they had to close down, and you may not know this, but when COVID hit, they didn't have an online marketplace at all.
Yeah.
there was no e-commerce at
No
all.
e-commerce.
It was not e-commerce.
Wow.
They
Oh my
threw that
gosh.
together
Quickly.
in 3 days.
Yeah.
Between Busy and Brandon, they threw that
Wow.
together in 3 days. And we're doing deliveries within 10 miles of the lounge.
Damn.
So you could order
Or-
online.
I did
and
not
they would
know that.
deliver.
Yeah, or you can come up here and just pick it up,
Yeah.
and then you can buy it, and then just
And-
they
and-
sit
Okay,
in
yeah.
the lounge.
Right.
At
And they took
the-
advantage of
At
that.
that time, I
and
lived too far.
Repainted. They
I still came
repainted
up there,
and
though.
cleaned up
Right.
and changed up a bunch of stuff. And so, you know, they really know how to take advantage of, I don't want, lack of better description, take advantage of a crisis
Yeah.
and make the place that much better.
Well,
Right.
taking care of your people, right? It was really a client-forward approach. There was this obstacle where people weren't able to get together.
Right.
People still had the desire and the demand to enjoy a quality cigar.
Right.
Absolutely.
We just had to find a different way of doing that, and their ability to be creative during that,
Yep.
and meet the demands of individuals. And still
We had
have that
a
personal
we had a
touch was
virtual
beautiful.
First Friday.
We
Do you
did.
remember that?
I do.
They had a virtual First Friday,
do.
and you could you logged in, and I think there's video of me dancing in my living room or something weird.
Oh my
like that.
God.
I mean, it was
I'm going to
horrible.
continue to watch. I'm just passing through.
Oh man, so
Well,
good to
thank
see
you,
you.
Dustin.
We love you, Dustin.
Tales
Yeah.
from the lounge. Tales from the lounge. Love y'all.
We love you,
See you, man. Love you,
Dustin.
man. That's really cool. Yeah, I think what he said is so true. They really care about the people, you know?
They do.
And they weren't going to roll over and let this speed bump in the road determine their future.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask Dustin, and he probably knew the number, and I'm only going to guess at the number. But you know, the cigar industry in general increased cigar sales like 40% during COVID.
You're at home.
because-
What are you going to
Yeah,
do?
I mean,
Exactly. And people were ordering
Yeah.
stuff left and right and having it sent to the house and smoking on their patios and garages and whatever because they couldn't do it anywhere. And if they were working from home, I don't know how many times I would have a meeting at
Yeah.
my office, you know,
Yeah.
working remote. I was in the garage with a bottle of glass of scotch and a cigar for a late afternoon meeting.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Are you smoking a cigar?" Well, yeah. I'm in my garage. What are you drinking? I said, "Don't ask."
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah. And I think steadily since COVID, it's the tobacco industry has become more and more. This probably isn't the right word, but acceptable with wider demographics of people,
I would agree.
because there's new lounges opening up around the area.
Right. Like
Arlington
tons.
opened one.
Yeah.
The Colony.
They're having
Yeah.
a resurgence like they had in the 80s.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know?
And I think people are realizing too. I mean, it's not just. Again, I remember my grandfather smoking pipes, but it's not just a thing that like adults do. I mean, they're literally Joseph's friends are 28 years old or younger, smoking in the back
Exactly.
lounge right now
Yeah.
as we
Yep.
speak. You
Yeah.
know, it's
well,
like
you know, and I know you haven't checked the site out, but I do have a Tales from the Lounge website.
yeah,
And I'm in the process of having that redone, but I
Right.
do have an article. I have a 2-part article on Cigar 101, and
Yeah.
basically and I start off the entire article of you do not have to be a millionaire, billionaire, oil
No.
tycoon
Right.
to enjoy cigars.
Yep.
All you need to do is have a few bucks to come in
Totally.
and have a cigar and sit down and enjoy it, and
Yeah.
you're sitting with other people with like minds from different social structures,
Yep.
and it doesn't matter.
I also want to say this too, to that point. If let's just say I didn't work here, right? If I came in and just started talking to people and meeting people and had somewhat of a social skill or interaction level, I mean, you could meet people here who could land you your next job or
Absolutely,
career.
because
and
there's so many people here that
Yes.
do so many different things,
Yep.
who know so many different people. Someone knows somebody
Well, and-
in the career that you want to go
exactly,
down.
And
you're
I-
so right.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just like you
Yeah,
know,
working.
yeah,
Yeah.
you never know who knows who.
My dad, he does not smoke cigars, but he pays a lot of money every month to be in a business networking group,
Yeah.
to meet different
Different
people in
people.
different industries. And it's like, well, shit, you just smoke a cigar here at ICC.
And you're
You're
gonna-
that's it right there. Yeah.
Hey,
one of my
does
favorite-
he need anything fixed in his house? We got that
Well,
too.
he's a contractor.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
no,
well,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And I'm going to tell this story, and I know I've told it before, but
Yeah.
Aaron Klaus has got A1 air conditioning.
Yeah.
During the freeze in a couple of Februarys ago, Snowmageddon,
Oh yeah.
I was having problems with my heating unit.
As was everybody. Yeah.
So I did the responsible thing. I called his office and I actually talked to Keisha. And I said, hey, listen, I'm having some problems. Want to set up an appointment for Aaron to come look at it. And so she got me on the schedule for the next day. And I said, but have him call me before he comes out because I know he's going to be busy.
Right.
So he calls me, and I said, hey, listen, Aaron, this is what it's doing. And he goes, well, and he knew that I had worked in a air conditioning manufacturing plant in Tyler for 9.5 years. And he goes, well, you remember the so-and-so sensor on the burners? Oh, yeah. He goes, that's probably just dirty. Hit it with a piece of sandpaper and then try it and then let me know. And if it doesn't work, I'll come out and look at it.
Okay.
And so I did it, it fixed it, and I called him. I said, you don't have to come out here. Go hit your next appointment. Go make that money, man.
Yeah.
But I came in and pulled 2 or 3 cigars out of my locker.
Give it to him.
And threw it in his locker as a surprise and said, hey, man, I know you didn't do anything, but still, I appreciate the help that you gave me. And that's the kind of networking that you get at a place like this.
If you would have called somebody else, another company,
oh, yeah.
they would have come out, charged you, God knows
$100.
God knows how much money.
$150.
Exactly. And, I mean, that's well worth giving up a couple cigars for that kind of advice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like I said, and if he'd have showed up, I'd have paid him the money and never batted an eye.
Right.
But another example is Cam Pick, who does mobile automotive repair. When I had cars that were kind of older and out of warranty, if I needed brakes or I needed oil changes or weird work done, I always called Cam. He came out, he'd do the work, I'd pay him in cash, and then I would tip him in cigars, and and he was, I don't want to say he was grateful, but I was grateful.
But he was happy.
He was happy.
Yeah. Right.
And so, and then when he shows up at the lounge, we're chatting and we're sharing cigars and drinks.
This is the kind of love that you get when you come here.
Exactly. Well, the thing is no one does anything expecting anything from you.
Exactly.
They just want to help you out.
Exactly.
And that's all it's about.
That's it.
That's it.
Giving back to the community, to friends.
And family.
Family. That's literally what it's about.
It is.
Absolutely.
Well, Evan,
Yeah.
Have you
thank
had
you for
fun?
being on the show with us.
Absolutely.
Did you have fun?
I had so much fun.
Good.
Anytime.
Okay. Well, we
I will
enjoyed
hold you
you.
to that.
Yeah.
Well, we enjoyed you.
Because I want
Thank you.
to
Thank you.
continue to explore how you're doing here at ICC and
Yeah.
your cigar journey, because, like you said, you're kind of a newbie at it.
Yeah.
Totally.
And one more quick story. When I was working in the manufacturing plant, I'm going to date myself. It's been 25 years ago, almost 30. One of my coworkers smoked
He's dating
cigars,
himself.
I know.
and he brought cigars. I'm going to be buying some cigars. Would anybody like me to bring this? So I had him bring me a cigar, and I probably smoked about that much of it before I got sick on it, and I had to ask him. I said,
Do you get the head rush? thing?
yeah, well, I was inhaling it. I didn't know.
Oh,
I didn't know what I was doing. And so
golly.
I was turning green the whole 9 yards.
Even me being a newbie at the time,
I
knew
knew
that.
that.
Yeah. Freaking inhale and damn cigar.
I'd only probably had 3 cigars in my entire life. So
Right.
But
I knew the first one I took.
and,
not
Yeah.
to inhale
and,
that
and the
shit.
other two
Right, me too.
and the other two were
Not a cigarette.
it's a boy or it's a girl cigars. Those are always horrible. But
Well, of course, it's just that's trash.
yeah. So but I asked him. I said, what's the etiquette on this? And can I just set it down? Can I give it back to you and you finish it? No, it's all right. So, I did that, and unfortunately, he's passed away. But
Oh, man.
I would love to see him again and go, dude, I get it now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I understand. I would love to sit and share a cigar with him properly.
Well, I think he's watching down, and
I don't
Knows
know.
where-
He may be looking up.
yeah, or
He was kind of a hellraiser.
but
Oh.
he knows where you're at.
Yeah.
He knows where you're at. We talked about extraterrestrial and spiritual stuff, and he sees you.
That he does.
Yeah, absolutely.
But again, Evan, thank you for being on the show.
No problem. Thank you so much.
It
for
was
having
so
me.
nice to meet you.
And I want to
Likewise.
thank everybody.
My first meeting with you.
Yeah, likewise.
For watching the show,
Seriously.
who hung with us. We still got a few people here, and be sure to be here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, and check us out. Don't forget to share and like, follow, whatever, and
Oh, and Chris, I'm not the waitress either. Don't get that twisted.
No, she is not. What? I'm just affirming.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week. Have
Bye.
a great day.
See ya.